Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Michael Mail with Entrepreneur Freedom, where I show you great ideas and great tools to grow your online business or to even start one. So in today's video, we're going to build out an automation that's very powerful that will help you actually use keywords and do some SEO research. Okay, so this automation will allow you to put keywords in, and it's going to get you certain data to use when it comes to using that keyword. Okay. So what we're going to use to get this data is we're going to use Google Gemini AI. This is the AI model that I want to use because it's actually free to use and it's a powerful AI tool as well. So what we're going to do with this is we're not only going to get some good data, we're going to actually put it on the spreadsheet. Okay. So this is what the data looks like and what I'm using it for. I'm using it to get information on how many search times has been done. I'm looking for a competition level. I'm looking for related keywords as well as statistics, blog ideas. I wanted to give me like 3 different blog ideas, up to 5, 3 to 5 or more. I want to know the CPC. If you don't know what that is, that's cost per click. I want to know how hard is to rank for this on using this keyword. So this tool is very powerful, especially if you are doing blogs, if you're doing polls and you want to use certain keywords. This will help you do the research. Okay. So this should take maybe about 20 minutes to 25 minutes for a person to experience, and maybe between 30 to 40 minutes for somebody who's not experienced of building this. Okay. So what you're going to need to build this, you're going to need Google Sheets, you're going to need BoostSpace or Make.com. You're also going to need an API key code from Google. So you're going to have to go to Google Console to get the API key code for Gemini AI. Okay. Now, if you want to see a video on how to do that, please comment in the video at the end of the video, or you can just find other resources on YouTube to learn how to do that. Okay. So that's what you're going to need. And then I'm going to show you how to you're going to need one more thing, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And that is actually getting a JSON response, how to set that up. And I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So let's get right into this and create this simple, it's not really simple, this really powerful tool. Okay. So what you're going to do is, if you have BoostSpace, you know what to do. So you basically go in and you go to integration. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into the back end of this platform, which is BoostSpace. Make it look something like similar to this as well. So you're going to create a new scenario, and we're going to start here. Now, the first model you are going to need is going to be Google Sheets. And what you're looking for is watch new row. Okay. Now you're going to connect your Google account to this. So if you already collected it, you know how. It should be automatically saved for you to connect. If you have not seen in my videos in the past, you basically just go in, click this, and then you add your API code from Google. And again, you get that from Google Console, okay? But I have mine connected already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my sheet ID first. Okay. And then I'm going to connect my sheet name. Now, that here is my sheet ID up here. That's what you give it. And make sure you give it a name. And then my sheet name is down here. And you could change that. I usually just use sheet 1. Okay. Just letting people who have not watched my videos before know what that is. Okay. So now we just go down to limits. Limit is simple and easy. It's basically how many times you want it to run within one cycle. Okay. I usually have it run once. So if you have multiple keywords and you want it to run, say, 3 different keywords, put every single day, put 3 here, and it will go through one keyword at a time and place the data on your Google Sheet. Okay. So what you're going to do is just hit save after you're done. And then it's automatically going to open a window and it's going to ask you where you want to start from. So we're going to choose manually, and we're going to choose one of the words in my Google Sheet. And you see it's all here. It shows you what is. Now this, you could see here that these 2 was ran already. Okay. So we're going to create a new fresh word. We're going to grab a new fresh keyword, hit save, and then we're going to run this. Okay. Oops. Just hit run. And we just want to make sure it grabbed the keyword, which you can see right here. It grabbed it. Okay. Next one is Gemini AI. You're going to need to add. So we're going to add that. And then you're going to do a completion. That's what you're going to choose. Okay. And again, you will have to connect it as well. Now, just FYI, if you don't want to do all this, I would leave a link at the bottom to join my community where you can get this build, this blueprint, and just all you gotta do is connect these things. You'll get inside the blueprint when you download. You'll get the prompts I'm using. You'll get everything pretty much set up. You just got to connect the modules. So if you want that, again, there'll be a link at the bottom of the video to actually join the community. And plus, not only this blueprint you'll get all my blueprints, and there's more stuff in there. Okay. So what you're gonna do is choose model. Now I'm using the new model, and I noticed that if you use like other models, they don't tend to work. So if you decide that you don't want to use the new 2.5, right, you make sure you choose in 2.5 Flash Light previews. There's many of these previews models in here. I'm going to use the newest one. But again, make sure you are choosing Light Preview, Flash Light Preview, okay? And you'll see that across the board of other ones. But we're going to choose the new model. Okay. Now, what you're going to do here is you're going to click on Add. And then you're going to choose role, and you're going to choose user, okay? And then the second one is parts. And then what you're going to click on that, and then the message type, you're going to choose text here. Now, normally some people would think that you put the prompt here, but you put the prompt here. So let me grab my prompt real quick here. And you'll put your prompt right here, okay? And this is my prompt. Okay, so let me take this out and show you what you need to do. So after you got your prompt written and everything, make sure you put for type, because that's what the keywords, and you're going to put it in between the two quotations. So we're going to map it to the Google Sheet, okay? So we're going to put keyword right there, okay? And then at the end of your prompt, make sure that you put all data will be sent in JSON file, okay? Just make sure you add that. It helps a lot, okay? So then after you got that, you're going to go down to the bottom here, and you're going to hit advance, okay? And you're going to go straight down here, and you're going to put your tokens. I'm going to use 1,000 tokens, okay? You could use temperature. I don't use it. I don't need to. I think the data comes out perfectly, and the content comes out perfectly right, okay? Now, response type here in this section, you're going to click down, and you're going to choose JSON JSON output. But then what I want you to do is I want you to click map, and it's automatically going to change the applications/JSON, okay? And then here is where you're going to put your JSON response file. Let me show you what that looks like. Grab that. And you're going to paste that. Okay, so what this is all of your columns names you're going to use. This is what the JSON looks like. It's going to break down the data. Okay, so you're going to basically, when you create your columns in here, make sure you keep them as a list, because what you're going to do is you can use ChatGPT, you could use Plexity, you could use Claude, you can use any tool you want to use. All you got to do is go in there and basically put in this simple little thing. Please use these words to create a JSON response. Sorry, that's not my throat. Then you put your keywords in there, and then you hit run, and it's going to give you the JSON response record. I mean, basically the data record. You look at this, make sure it's right, copy it, and then all you do is paste it right under here, in here. Okay? Simple and easy. Okay? And then hit save. Okay? And then what you're going to do is, you're going to save this here again, and then it's going to save your record. So what we're going to do, let me save that, because we don't want to lose anything. We're going to run it. Now, since you ran it here, it's going to move it over to here automatically. You don't have to go back and pick something. It's automatically saved in this area in this area. Normally, you would see me running it, like going from the beginning and running it to the end. This automation, you don't have to do that, okay? So just check it out. Make sure the data is coming in. So what you're going to do is output. You're going to go to results, and you're going to see that you have all the data in here. Now, I want to show you something. Right here, in certain of the keywords I'm looking for, like relative keywords, is going to have a list of words, 1 through 5. And I wanted a list of blog ideas, so it's going to do that as well. Okay, so if you want to see to make sure I got that, You basically click the drop down arrow, the arrow, and it opens up that. And then you have all that in here, okay? So we know that the data was transferred over from, created and scraped basically from Gemini. Okay, so now what we need to do is to get the data transferred over to our Google Sheets. This is the process we need to do. Now we need to add a JSON to this, and we need to add a JSON person. Let me do this. JSON parson. Okay. If I might be saying that wrong today. Okay. So right here is what you just need to give it a name of where it's going to get the data from. I've already created mine because I've done this. It's saved already. So I called it this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to link your record from Gemini to this. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on resources. Okay. Results. Sorry about that. And make sure that there. Then you hit save. And then what you're going to do is you're going to run it again. And it's going to come up error because this is not connected to anything, but that's okay. So you're going to run it again. Okay, so that has run. Very simple and easy. Okay, so, and of course, we want to see if the data transferred. It has transferred. Okay, now, we need to add 2 more steps. We need to add 2 integrators, I'm saying it, yes, to this build. And the reason why we're doing this is because when you want the data from something like this, when it has multiple counts, 1 through 5, it's not going to automatically go to your Google Sheets. It's going to skip this and just keep on putting the other data. Okay. So for these 2, we need to add this indicator to both of these. Okay. So we're going to add 2 of them. Now, another thing you need to do is change the indicators and rename the indicators. And I'll show you how to do that. So let's move this over. So what you're going to do is you're going to go in and you're going to go to flow control, and then indicators is in here. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to click out of it and you're going to right click and you're going to rename it. So I am going to be doing it for 2 related keywords and blog. Those are the ones I'm getting more data out of, like 1 through 5 data. So I'm going to do that, hit that, and then I'm going to connect. Now, what you're going to do here is you're going to click on here and you're going to connect it not to any of these. You're going to connect it to this. So I'm looking for the blog. I'm going to click down here and I want this one. So make sure that you're doing the one with the arrow, not the one on top. Okay. It won't work. This is where the data is at. Okay. Just let you know. So remember, click on here to get to here so we can go in here. Now you hit save. Now let's add the second indicator. Let's do the same. Go to flow control indicator, and then we're going to rename this. And I'm just going to rename this real quickly to keywords. Nothing fancy. Okay. And then I'm going to connect it. Again, you're not going to go up here. You're going to go down here. Related keywords is what I'm looking for. Hit that. And then I'm going to click that and it's going to be in here. Now I'm mapping it. Basically, I'm mapping that. You don't map that. Okay. Now we're going to run it. Let's zoom out here so we can all see the whole screen. And then we're going to run it again. It's going to show error because this is not connected to something. Don't worry about it. Just run it. There we go. Simple, easy as pie. Okay, let's move this over a little bit so we could just make sure that these are set. Okay, we got value. Here it is, and that's the data we want. And we want to make sure the data came across this one. Value, here's the data that we want. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to connect this to our Google Sheet. Okay. So let's add another Google Sheet. Now, the Google Sheet we want here is update row. Okay, so let's slide this over so you can see. Okay, let's connect it. All right, simple. All right, let's find the sheet that we're using. And you can connect this to multiple sheets. You don't have to use the sheets you want. If you want to go into like a report or something and you're sending it to a client or whatever, how you want to do it, you could do that. And maybe you might have a Google Sheet that a client is shared with you, and you can actually add it to that. So you don't have to share. You can actually get the keywords and put it in and then automatically send it to the client's spreadsheet or whatever, or even your spreadsheet. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is map out all this. Now, there's a lot of mapping in this. Now, you got to pay attention and watch the video very carefully, okay? So the first one is the row. So we're going to go to our Google Sheets, first Google, and map it to row, okay? Then you're going to slide up here. And then we're going to start mapping everything here, okay? So I am mapping the sub keywords, which is basically I'm mapping it to my main keyword. So that's my primary keyword I'm using. Okay. And then my monthly search and then competition. Now, this is where I'm asking it to give me 5 related keywords. I'm not going to map it to any of these. I'm going to map it to the indicator, which I just did. So that's why I said you have to name it, because even though it blinks, to make it easier, you want to see it right there. So we know this is keywords that goes here. So I'm going to click on here and then I'm going to hit value. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the next one and I'm going to map the rest of this out. Let me find this. Okay. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here we go. Let's scroll up. Let's go here. Blog is the same thing. Blog, you're going to go up to the indicator and you're going to hit the value here. Okay, and then we're doing CPC, which is that right there, and the difficulty to ranking, we're going to do that right there. Okay, now I added an extra row. Instead of adding an extra module, I added an extra row. Because we are using update rows, I'm going to put, I added extra, I'm going to put done. So every time this is completed, I can put complete, done, whatever. I can put that in here and it will change to done. You can add another Google Sheet where it can automatically say this is incomplete, and then you can add another module saying done. I prefer everything to be condensed to one, that way the automation is not too huge, and if there's an issue with the automation, I can go in and find out where the issue is. That's how I build out my automation. I'll make them small as possible, and if I need to make more than one for one big automation, as you've seen in my previous videos, I've made 2-part automations because I like it really clean. Okay, and this keeps it really clean, especially when you're keeping everything together. Okay, so everything is set. All you do is hit save. Okay, and then let's shrink this down and bring it up more so you guys can see it. And we're going to run it again. Okay. Oh, wait, got to start from the beginning. Let me grab that word. Okay. Go back here. Okay, we're going to choose this. We're going to hit save, and then we're going to hit run. That's probably the only time you have to, when you're running a whole entire cycle, is when you have to go back to the beginning and choose which word you want to run for this. Okay, so we know that it's all done. It looks like it's updated. So let's check the sheet. There we go. It put in the it didn't put the primary word in, so that's weird. I'll have to fix that. But it did do everything else. It gave me 100. It told me that 110 people have searched for this word. It's a high competitive word. It gave me a related word for it. It gave me some more information. It gave me, let me move this over here. Oh, no, that's right. It gave me some statistics about it. And it also gave me some blog ideas. Okay. And it gave me how much it would cost to use that word if I was doing per click. And it told me how high the difficult rank is for this word. So simple as that. It's putting all the data in here. Now, it should have put this in here too, but it did not. So I'm going to look at that real quick, and I think it just didn't map it out. Okay, let's go here and look. Okay, I see what I missed, and I'm going to show you, if you want to know, is I need to go here, and I need to add this right here. Okay. So I forgot that I'm going to add the indicator just to put that there. Okay. Because I'm asking for related keywords. Okay. So that's what it's doing. So I'm just using it for prime. So hit save. So if I run this, if I clear everything out, and run it again, it should put everything like I want it. Okay, let's grab that keyword I'm using. All right, we got to go back here. I forgot that you got to do that and then do this. Sometimes it's very touchy, so you have to click on the box in Google Sheets for it to clear out that data. It didn't clear out the data. It's missing something. Okay, so let's run it again just to see. Okay. There we go. It put it in there. Okay. And you can see that the whole thing has ran. Okay. So, and it put the word here like I wanted, because this is how I tell. And look, it did some more better data. It actually got me a little more data on everything. And it gave me the same keyword, it looks like, and it gave me a better blog title. And it says it's in very high. So it even says it's higher to rank for this particular keyword I'm using. So, okay. So anyway, so this is how you build the automation using this AI tool. And again, this will help you do a lot of research. Instead of going in and doing a lot of research manually, you can set this for automatically. Now, the best thing to do when it comes to this is use Google Trend or use Plexity or Google itself and get the keywords that you need that are trending, and then put it in here, and then use it as data for anything using. Again, a lot of people are using keywords for their blog posts. They're using it for their posts. They're using it. I know that some people are using it for Pinterest. So this is a really good, powerful tool to help you create content for your business. Okay. So if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel and comment at the bottom, as well as if you want to get this blueprint and make it easier and instead of doing all this work, you can actually download it and get everything that's in there, which is the prompt and the JSON response, all that stuff in here by downloading it from the community. So I will leave a link at the bottom so you can join the community, and you can get all of the automations I built, and you don't have to worry about like finding prompts that work. You'll have them all. Okay. So this is Michael Mail with Entrepreneur Freedom. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one, and you have a great day. Bye.